Hello and welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is a reading for Pisces. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything that you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading, other than my daughter's toy, activating at some strange moments, is you. And here's that Emperor energy. Okay, now, what is this card that fell out of the deck? Let's see. Well, that is, that's the Princess of Swords with that Emperor energy. That's going to be interesting. Let's put all of this into some perspective with our Dove and Serpent spread. Ooh, Fool energy. Bingo, there we go. And the Empress, and a lot of good water energy. Okay, yeah, things are happening. I think that, I think big changes are coming in your life. I think that you are taking control of things. You're taking control of your life in the really most inspired way that we could imagine. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. For that, we're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is my new pocket-sized, borderless, gilded edges deck. I really like this one. It's nice. It's rather small and dainty. I wish the colors were a little bit brighter, but this is a nice deck. It works very well for the mystery card, which we are going to set down right there. We'll put the alien on top to be the guardian of our mystery. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, and hopefully that will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need, right? So, we've got major, 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 major. We've got some fire, we've got some air, we've got some water. So, what I'm not seeing is the earth energy, but I think the Empress kind of takes care of that for us, right? The earth, the Mother Earth, the nurturing environment. This is in the position of our environment. So I feel like we are establishing a very close connection with nature, with mother type of energy, the nurturing kind of energy, caretaking, caregiving. I feel like this is a card that is urging you to reconnect with nature. Get outside, get your feet in the ground, right? Feel the air, feel the sun, dip your hands into the water, really connect with the elements, really connect with the earth. Maybe you like to do outdoor sports or activities, maybe gardening, maybe just walks in the park or just sitting in your backyard, right? Or all of these things. I think this card's also saying that we need to reconnect with our loved ones, with those people that need our care, and we need to reestablish connection with those people from whom we need care, right? Caregiving, caretaking. And I think that's a very strong message with that Empress energy. Now, we have the Emperor, we have the counterpart to this. This is saying that you need to go within and find that inner confidence, find that inner Emperor, right? Take control, take charge of what you're doing right now. Okay, whatever you're involved with, I feel like there are some differing opinions, there are some mixed emotions, there might be some other people involved that have a different idea of what is right. But you need to trust in yourself, okay? The Emperor is someone who is responsible for the entire realm, right? Your entire world, your entire life, maybe your family, your business, your work, your art, your spiritual life. It's all under your control. It's your responsibility. So you have to have the discipline and the discernment. And you have to have the vision, right? To see long-term consequences of what you do right now. Okay. So, this kind of control and discipline and vision and discernment needs to come from your sense of ethics, I guess, your moral compass, your sense of who you are, your sense of purpose, right? This is at the top of the path of the dove. This is what's above everything. This is what you are responsible to, okay? We know what you're responsible for, and that is your life, that is your world, your environment, right? Your direction in life, your future. But what are you beholden to? What is the higher authority to you? Okay? The emperor still has to have that sage or that spirit, that connection to source above it, that it receives direction from, right? It's kind of like everybody has a boss, right? Even the emperor it has to report to someone or something. And I think that's this Three of Wands. I think this is your conscience. This is your higher mind. This is your guardian angel. This is your ancestor. This is spirit. This is spirit in the way that it informs you. It gives you a sense of purpose, a sense of direction. This is kind of this is your compass, so to speak, right? This is you seeing three paths in front of you and knowing which one to take, doing what's right, having boundaries, having authority and discernment and vision, and being able to make the right choices even in very difficult situations. Okay? This is virtue. This is making the right choices even when someone else is not around, even when no one's looking. Okay? You're looking. You're looking. So I think that's kind of where you're getting your direction from. That is, you're trying to do what's right. And other people may not agree with what you're doing. Here's the Princess of Swords. Other people may be trying to resist the decisions that you're making, right? Because they think they know better. But this person's kind of small potatoes. It's like they don't see the big picture. They're just reacting in the moment. It's like when you tell a child, no, you can't have that candy right before dinner. They might freak out, right? They don't understand why you're making that decision. But you know that we're going to have dinner soon, and then maybe we can have dessert after or something like that. So there are people in your life, maybe one person, maybe many people, that don't quite agree with the decisions you're making because they can't see the bigger picture. Right? They can only see what's right now, right in front of their face. But you have this emperor energy and your higher authority, your sense of direction, your sense of what is right. So you need to stick to your will with whatever is going on right now and resist this other air energy that's coming in. And this Princess of Swords in front of the emperor, it's unlikely that the emperor will even be aware of that energy. It's just a fly buzzing around. But that still is only half of the equation, right? We still have this Empress. We have two sides of it. It can't just be all strict and stern authority, emperor energy. You also, remember, are caregiver, caretaker. So it's a delicate balance. It's trying to kind of blend both of these energies together, which is exactly what we see here underneath it all with the Art or Temperance card. You're trying to establish the art of blending your authority and your discipline with your nurturing, loving, kind of softer, yielding side, right? Your yin with your yang. And this is something beneath the surface, right? It's something that is within you that you need to be aware of. Right? And you may find yourself sometimes in one extreme, sometimes in the other extreme. Maybe you're giving too much care or taking too much care, or maybe you're just dishing out the authority. You're just establishing rules and enforcing them more than anything else. So there is this underlying need to blend these energies together. And we can abstract them a little bit and just apply these to yourself too. Indulging in yourself or being strict and disciplined with yourself in whatever this work is that you're doing, whatever phase of life you're in. If you're in like the career phase, if you're post-career, if you're in retirement, whatever you do with your time, whatever is your environment, if it's your pets, your plants, your people, we have to have a blend of this rigid structure and this soft, yielding, adaptable, kind of going with the flow, taking our cues from the environment, or if we're setting the standards, setting the rules, and that's what we expect of everyone. We need a little bit of both, right? But certainly this air energy is here trying to disagree with you. Here's the Seven of Swords, trying to, not even trying to understand why you're making the decisions you're making, but just trying to change your mind, right? Just trying to get you to agree with them. It kind of is like a toddler who is just keeps asking for the same thing over and over and over again. You either maintain your authority and say no, or maybe you give in and say yes. Maybe we do a blend of the two, right? I mean, maybe you're a parent. Maybe this is kind of right on the nose for you. I know I can see a lot of my daily life reflected in this. I think this is par for the course when you're raising children, or when you're taking care of any other life, whether it is pets or plants, or if it's your people. So this could be a work thing too, right? Could be something taking place in your business, in the department, the company where you work, the job that you have, or the community organization you're involved with, your church, temple, lodge, order, whatever it might be. Okay. There are other people that disagree with you. They're going to try to change your mind through either by hook or by crook. They're either going to convince you that you're wrong, or they're going to try to undermine you. I think you're used to that. This is the card that's behind you. This is yesterday's news, right? The Seven of Swords, that already happened. That's yesterday. You're aware of that. Now it's just like little flies buzzing around, and you're not going to acquiesce to that kind of energy. You're not going to fall for it. So what's already in your experience is these different ways that people are going to come at you to try to thwart or usurp your authority, or to undermine your authority, or to kind of go around you or over your head, or whatever it is. They're going to try all the different ways, right? So we've dealt with that. Now in the immediate future, we see this Fool energy. So that's interesting, to see the Fool, because the Fool it doesn't have any kind of discipline or authority. The Fool is kind of neither of these. The Fool is kind of someone that has transcended this kind of duality altogether, and is not even part of this game anymore. Is just off traveling the cosmos, traveling through time and space, merging with the universe and really, doing that sort of thing. They're off on that kind of trip. So I'm not yet sure, to be honest with you, how this Fool energy applies to your situation right now. It could be that we need a new and novel idea. We need to somehow transcend this duality of either Empress or Emperor, Emperor, Empress, back and forth. It might be that there's a way to, it's kind of like there's the point and the counterpoint, and then there's the transcendent point, right? There is a way to get out of this game altogether and try a different approach. Maybe this is kind of saying that in the future, you do need to look for the new and novel way to deal with this, to approach this work or this situation or this environment that you're in, okay? And I think in large part it is you going out into nature, because we do see the Emperor to the Fool right here to the Empress, So I think that really it's an instruction of sorts to kind of get out into your environment, get out into the world, into a park, into, a lake or a river or a mountain or a forest, or just go out where there is nature. And it does feel like for those of us that live in, larger cities or near metropolitan areas, that nature is getting less and less, right? It's getting more and more difficult to find nature. So we all have to have those kind of secret gardens of our own that we can go to where it's just us and nature. Even if it's just a room in your house where you've got some plants and some running water, if it's a backyard, anywhere that you can find a little bit of an area to go and just be with nature, right? Where you don't have to deal with people, you don't have to interact, you don't have to sit in traffic, you don't have to be transactional, right? It's just immersion. It's not transactional, okay? And that could be the Fool. That could be saying, look, you have to go out and just frolic, right? Just play in nature. And that might lead us to have a different perspective, to focus on this from a different angle, to try to transcend some of this energy, this duality that we're existing in, and find a new way to experience things, maybe if only for a moment, right? So we'll circle back around to the Fool as we need to, but now let's go to this Princess of Cups. Maybe this is what's going on at home. This is kind of in your general energy, but I feel like this is some energy that's in your personal space, And I feel like this is some attempt at pulling at your heartstrings, right? A little bit of emotional manipulation. Could be from your pets, or your plants, or your people. Could be at work, could be kids, grandkids. I feel like it's kind of the nagging didn't work, so now it's going to just kind of be the pity, the woe is me, the trying to appeal to your emotions, right? To get you to change. So now we're kind of right back in this game. We took a small trip into the wilderness, into kind of freedom, into the air, just into a transcendent state, a mystical state for a moment. And now we're kind of right back down in the thick of it. So there are people around you. Again, it could be the same people, could be at work, could be at home, could be at school. It's going to be some emotional stuff, Emotional manipulation sounds pretty severe. I don't know if it's that intense. But I do feel like these are people that are in your space. They're in your personal bubble, and that makes you feel a certain kind of way. And we don't want to feel that way. Here's the Five of Cups in the position of what we don't want. We don't want to feel that our peace is disturbed. We're okay being the authority. We're okay being the caregiver, caretaker. We want things to be in balance. We want there to be harmony and love and peace. We don't want the tumult. We don't want the agitation, really, right? We want peaceful kind of relations, So this card's in the position of what we don't want, but sometimes this card is also what we need. Do we need to get our emotions moving a little bit? Do we need to feel, right? Maybe if we were to feel how we feel, if we were to be open to some water energy, because there's not a lot of it here. To begin with, anyway, we haven't talked about any water. A little bit of this water coming from the Page or Princess of Cups. But now this is the real water. Maybe we need to confront how we feel, what's going on within us, what kind of care do we need, either from our environment or from nature, but what's going on within us, And maybe if we accept how we feel, if we're aware of how we feel and we acknowledge it and we allow ourselves to feel it, then will come more interest in this Fool card. Then the Fool can kind of say, look, I've got a solution to it all. We need to do something fun. We need to do something that doesn't involve self-awareness. It doesn't involve you having to be emperor or empress. You can be the court jester for a while. You can be the Fool. You can have this kind of light airiness, this freedom. this consciousness expanding energy that is not self-aware, that's not self-conscious, right? It's being out in nature or playing or being free or immersing yourself in something, but you still always know in the back of your mind, okay, I gotta go home, I gotta do this and this and this, I've gotta go to work, I forgot to finish that email or whatever. You're always conscious of self and of responsibilities. There needs to be a way to immerse yourself in something, to forget all about you, right? This you, the responsible, discerning, authority, nurturing, caregiver, caretaker you. And just be a pure being for a minute, Experience something without having to always keep track of time, or like to always know, okay, I got to start dinner when I get home, or, there's always something for you to be worried about or concerned about or responsible for. We need a little bit of a timeout. We need some authentic play, right? We need some authentic play. And that, I think, is how we get to this peace and harmony, this tranquility. The Six of Cups, this is perfect. This is what we want. Everyone gets along. There are still, there's still us and others. There's still me in the context of my environment. But now there's this harmonious relationship. Now we've found a way to do something with this air and water energy over here with these princesses. We figured out a way to either not be bothered by that, or to find that transcendent solution that's going to make everybody okay. Make everybody relatively happy and calm and peaceful and tranquil. This is the beautiful life that we're after. Okay? And a beautiful life doesn't mean a life without problems or challenges or obstacles or responsibilities. But it just means a way of relating to our world and to our life that doesn't feel like such a struggle. It doesn't feel like we're so uncomfortable with ourselves that it creates a wall between us and our environment. This is everything flowing together, even the problems and the troubles and the nagging or the authority, the decisions that you have to make, the coworkers that you have to deal with, or whatever it is. But now there's just a flow to it. You know that it's coming. You already expect it. You know how to deal with it. And there's part of you that can just be free of all of it. You know what I mean? You're not just an emperor or an empress. You're something that goes beyond this kind of duality. I want to look at the mystery card because I'm curious. I'm curious what this situation might pertain to. I'm interested if we're going to get another major arcana card, to put this into a little bit more context of maybe what's going on with you or where this is focused. I don't have a good sense of what this is. I'm seeing the Hierophant card, but I don't think that it's going to be the Hierophant card. Maybe it is. No, it's Four of Cups. Yeah, there's something blocking us with this water energy. This is the obstacle. This is what we don't want, but what we need. Just like this Four of Cups, right? Got those 3 cups in front. That seems like enough. The universe, spirit, the world, the environment is trying to hand you this other cup, and you're refusing it. You don't want it. It's like this over here. We don't want that. But we need it. The universe is saying here, drink this. It's going to be okay. Right? But we're refusing this. We're being stubborn. We're not, it's almost like we're not allowing the Fool energy. We kind of know that's what we need. We know we need to have this emotional reaction. We need to feel how we feel so that we can have a little bit of this freedom, this Fool energy. But we're refusing it. We'd rather just keep what we have because we already know what it tastes like. We don't want this unknown beverage from the stranger, right? We want to stick with what is known. The Fool is a lot of unknown. And that's the part of that's the beauty of the Fool, is that everything is unknown. And so that means everything can be known, can be discovered. I can now experience everything because everything is new. You know, it's here for me to experience, but we don't want that. We're pushing that away, saying, no, I have enough to do. There's enough cups in front of me. I don't need this extra one. But it's like Spirit is saying, look, just trust me, because that is the beverage, that is the elixir that's going to activate this for you, and it is going to be okay. So I'm interested in this because I feel like we are rejecting this water. And if we could open ourselves up to that and embrace that, we can get to this really harmonious and balanced and tranquil life with the Six of Cups. And we can transcend a little bit with that Fool energy. We can start something new that we can immerse ourselves in and set out a block of time where we're not thinking about anything else. We're not thinking about anything. There's no self-awareness. There's just immersion in whatever this transcendent activity is. But we're not there yet. There's something blocking us. There's a reason why we're refusing. Okay. And we're going to take a look at the extended now. If you would like to stick around for that, just click on the link that's up here. That'll give you access to every extended reading, not just for Pisces, but for every zodiac sign. I want to thank you for being here, and thank you for letting me read for you.